Hello, greetings. This is Miriam Zahra Jawad. About my case, I'm disorientated. I'm very distressed. So I thought of leaving aside this one case against Mickey Malik and the other one, Irfan Sheikh, cyberbullying and all this. So there's one thing about free speech. That everyone has free speech, but another thing about attacking people, harassing people, whether it's private messaging. However, it's difficult. I'm not feeling well. So about public figures like Prophet Muhammad, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, religions, if we find, we can give our opinions. If we find out through, for example, how shall I say this? That this is the truth, that I see it this way, and if you can see it this way. For example, the Bani Quraiyza last night, I was going to read it again on Wikipedia, and I had, because of you see, it is true that someone has a mental illness, although driven, I believe that I was driven to madness and all this through influence of the environment and ill will or jealousy of someone. I don't know what the motivation was. So harassing me in Karachi over the internet, any place they could find, even I was getting threats against my house, my new house, long time ago, that they will burn it. But I was like, maybe this is, we call it Viswasa, Wehem. Until in year 2000, it became clear that someone really did want to harm us. Telepathically coming on very strongly and all this. So please, help me draw the line between all this free speech on cyber internet. If you have a case even against family members, then you can't get them. And I've been to the police and all this, and to keep law and order intact. Community standards on YouTube and Facebook. To abide by them, I cannot because I'm not feeling well. So, but my case, open case, because there's someone. It's been I've uploaded videos and all this. So, you see, if someone, like this thing started from what I detected in Pooja Parveen, again, recently, right? Some hypocrisy on her live stream. So, and that she was not really, whatever I've said, the videos they're uploaded. So I wanted to see if this person who had come on my live stream giving hearts, many, many hearts, I wished them the very best and all this. So due to my mental illness condition, I cannot explain. Right now, I can't talk properly. I have breathing problems and panic, disorientated, panic struck. I can't write properly, so I can't speak properly. But I'm struggling. And so please, for the cyberbullying and harassment, there should be investigation, there should be proper policing, so that people don't do this, bullying people, using their open case. I know my case is open, and someone would say that, well, you will have people coming to you and harassing you. So, but cyberbullying and exploiting the cases. So if the people come, then this is against the law. It should be set against the law. They should be, if I can get my hands on them, if I can find who they are, whether they are sincere or not. They should be, fined or something. Case should be brought against them, like Mickey Malik and Irfan Sheikh. No cyberbullying. This doesn't mean that we're dominating but that we're asking for peace of mind. We're asking that you do not harass people and exploit the madness, insanity, mental disorder, even on CyberNet. Because there is a Facebook community standard rule there, and on YouTube. So please disregard my side, because I really wanted to know. Anyways, one thing led after another thing. One thing went to another thing, and it came to this Mickey Malik. Like, I shouldn't be wondering who he is. So I have a old case from Karachi. Someone harassing me, wanting. They told me that they don't want me to work also, like in a building. So I had this case. Coming from London at Motor's Clifton, Karachi. On one vacation to Karachi, there was a hoax bomb scare. Someone had called, I was told later, that there was a bomb in this building. And the people were running and all this. So right opposite Mota's grocery store. And I was in the grocery store opposite that building. Offices are there, and downstairs on the ground floor are the shops. So I think someone was trying to scare me, and they found out. But at that time, there weren't mobiles. My driver didn't have a mobile. I didn't have a mobile, although some people had mobiles. Hello, yeah, so I took a pause and now I've forgotten where I was. Please have a look at this. In Dubai also, there was a court case, bomb scare. It was hoaxed. So a lady from somewhere, I don't know which place, I've forgotten now, Uzbekistan or somewhere. So, I would have, being a lawyer, I could have practiced and gone, but I can't even do much here because of my illness. Trauma, and now as I was speaking, I took a break. I felt like throwing up. So to remind you all that in Karachi, I started to throw up, I have this nervous breakdown and all this nervous shock, panic attacks becoming heavy. So if someone can help me with this case of mine, I would be so grateful, I think. Please be humanitarian, reach out. Please, this is not about, curbing human freedom of speech. This is about making the world a better place, keeping law and order in place. No one feels threatened, or people can, as if they are true, they have nothing to fear, and having a valid case. That's why I couldn't, I tried to, my father called for this person who could, he was in some official authorities in Karachi. So the case could not be brought, we could not make a case out of this. I was told to ignore, just shut down my computer. But now you can see that it's not only here we need to use applications and on internet. So the azan has started, now I have to take a break. Okay, I took a pause because of the prayer call, and now again I've lost my self. Where was I here? So please, how can I explain to you what detective work I'm doing and trying to find out, scratch through, to find out about this person. So they spoke a little bit about my case, open case, but they didn't remind me that I have said that no Kashmiris, Pakistanis allowed, men allowed. Yet they come. They reminded me of other things, but not this. Please take a note of this. And they were going on with me. If you are decent, you would just, and if you are normal, a normal person, better to avoid this kind of a thing with me. And if you are male, Punjabi, like we had once sanctioned Pakistan. So that was not discrimination. It started from YouTube somewhere. I will not name this person, where I heard it from, that we should have this tag, sanction Pakistan. So I want to sanction the Punjabi, Kashmiri men, Muslim especially, from my account, my internet, social media. So I think these people like Mickey Malik should be fined. Even these cyberbullying, I've reported them on Facebook. You see, this is a very complicated case. It needs to be investigated thoroughly. If someone is passionate enough, I appeal to the Ohio police. I've done it on Twitter too this time, today only. So as the case, it becomes late, like I need some time, because that day I felt like, all this molestation here inside. After talking to Mickey Malik. Now, I don't want to abuse and all this, but you know my case, right? So, thank you, yeah. I getting this feeling. Now, I don't want to curb anyone's freedom of speech. As long as it is on this religious thing and no personal, if someone is attacking Fareed, it's because Fareed, from this, has been attacking that person, the ex-Muslims. So that's why that goes on. This is on religion. But no threats, like freedom of speech has a limit too, right? You cannot give a threat to someone's life. So, on social media also, and about deliberate falsely accusing someone, or this should also be curbed. Please follow, since you are normal, you have followers on YouTube, please follow the community rights standards. And if anything like false accusations which could jeopardize the person's life also should be, the action should be taken against that, legal action. Please take legal action. So my case was that it wasn't that easy for me to go to the police and make a court case against them. Now I'm here. And so one thing led, to another thing. And here I am. You may be, some people may be blaming me why I did this, or why I spoke to, I was the first one to say, who are you? Okay? And I wanted to see, now I've had enough Pakistani men, and I abused on the messenger private chat, because one thing was led to another thing, and that I wanted to see, like, if this is a Pakistani man, he turned out to be a Pakistani man. And I also wanted to see, like, on one hand, later on he started to tell me things, the cases. So, like, I shouldn't use this vulgar language against his mother and sister. But he was going on with me about the others. The names I was taking, those I suspected could be in this. Why was he going on with me then about them in a vulgar way? And then about me too. And then he wasn't leaving me. Like, in the end, he was like, I want to talk to you. So these dirty things, and he himself has said that he has a dirty mind. I don't want to talk to these people. And then he went on against American girls, and I just couldn't hear that, and I just said, this is enough now. So, see, he went on and on and on and on. And also, it's not just this one, it's since year, a long time ago, year 2000, it increased. It's from, even when I was in London, someone had called my hostel and said, your husband has called. So I put a message there. I wasn't there. I came back and a message was kept for me in my hostel that a call came for you, Zahra. They used to call me Zahara. And someone has sent this. They kept a message there, and I looked at the message. It said that your husband has called, and things like that. So, who is this person? Like, they've been harassing me since a long time. So, at any opportunity they can get. This shouldn't. They should be fined for this. So please disregard the abuse that I have used to see how far he will go in my detective work. And not feeling well, but we'll see my no, I'm not feeling well also. And I wanted to see, like, he went on and on. He has no shame to stop. Very revengeful. Yeah, so I've just taken a break again. I'm wondering what his excuse, reason would be, right? So it's not valid. Okay, you can listen to his excuse, of course, the other side. But my side is that this person, please investigate him. Whatever he may say that I went and abused for it, then how does he know about my case? A lot of things he indirectly about Maha using my case, he said long time ago what I had said, and about Maha Qasim, my cousin. She's also in the United States, married, and so this. Please have a look. Why couldn't he say, oh yes, I know that you cannot stand, and about my mental illness, he exploited that. I could see. A very clever, cunning person. So please investigate and please take action against him. Thank you so much. Now, coming to this last night about my religious crisis and all this, that Mickey Malik also mentioned. I was a keen follower of Imam Hussain, but this doesn't mean I did not question my religion later on. I learned to, and although from childhood I was questioning the cases at hand in my life, I wouldn't question my religion. However, it was high time I felt that I should question this religion. So, and do my own research. One time in my life came that I thought, no, I should now not only listen to the majlises of the religious scholars and read books like Samawi, Tejani's book, Then I Was Guided, but do my own research on Shia Islam too, because there's so many religions. I had my reasons, and I keep giving them as I remember one by one, or two or three, in audios, uploading them on YouTube and going live stream on Facebook, or sometimes uploading the video on Facebook if I can. My Facebook profile is public. Then I have this, last night what came to my mind was that, the other side, Bani Quraiyza and Muhammad's side. So he was my prophet to remember, please. And I felt this kind of, if this is true, this what has come from Ibn Ishaq, and it is on Wikipedia now, invasion of Bani Quraiyza, I felt that it's one God. You see, looking at it from all sides, there are people. Now I am a murtad, right? According to my religion, Shia Islam also. Not only Sunni Islam, but Shia Islam. Now, Battle of the Trench, here Wikipedia has given. I just felt it was not worth it. Whatever the truth may be, and if they this thing, what do you call it? Sorry, I'm just reading here. So, if they, we are told here, it is written that they went back on their treaty or pact that they made. So, hasn't, just think about it, like Surah Tahrim and Surah Ahzab, we are told that Prophet Muhammad took Zaid as an adopted son by the pagan customs. So we are told that he was such a nice person, a great person. He even practiced this pagan religion, custom, this adopted son thing. But then he also went back on his pact. But the religious people have their own reason for it. Now, whatever reason they give to me, whichever side they come from, angle they come from, I'm not willing to accept it. Because this pact with Zaid, and he made people, okay, the commentary section, I checked the Shia side, that how he did it. So he made people a witness, so they're explaining away, because of this verse, right, he considered the people. He told Zaid, so the Shias explain that, like Hazrat Musa, but Musa was brought up. He didn't make a pact, he didn't practice a custom beforehand, because we are told from his early stages he knew that he was a prophet. So he couldn't have practiced anything of the pagan Arab customs even. He shouldn't have. But he has. So I'm saying he couldn't have. Because then you see what happened is, not even what I'm saying is valid. Because what happened is, we are told in Surah Ahzab, God intervened and said, no, you have made an unintentional mistake. You see? So he shouldn't have. He ought not to have made Zaid his adopted son, according to the pagan Arab customs of that time. One thing. Now, where is all this leading to? Is the pact that the Madinian Bani Nadir and Bani Quraiyza, we are told, broke, and all this. We see that in the light that they were hypocrites and disbelievers. Another I could speak on Surah Tahrim also, where these annoying wives, which he himself wanted to please, and so he made an oath to them, and then God told him that you are allowed. Why are you making an oath to please your wives when not to do something which God has allowed you? If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. So it wasn't obligatory, I understand that. But why would he go over pleasing his wives? There again, but God told him he can break this pact, right? Again, he goes, he uses his God. Now, up till this moment, even as a Shia, I would not understand this kind of excuses that God comes and tells him. Because here, some other reason I had in my mind, I've lost it, in Surah Tahrim. I used to think that, there's a Surah Talaq, so I used to get confused whether this part is in Surah Talaq or, that you're allowed to divorce your wives. Let's say you're allowed to divorce a wife. You have 4 wives. God has allowed you in Islam to divorce. And you tell a wife who has been harassing you about another wife, okay, I will divorce her. Right? That is, but even so, not to have honey, not to go to Zainab's or whatever the commentary, one wife or whatever it was. Like, let's, for example, take that part and say that, okay, he said, okay, I won't go to Zainab bin Josh's house and have honey there. Which is, no, but I have to put my opinion. It is a ridiculous thing for a prophet to get trapped and annoyed by his wives. He even hit, if you take the Sunni sources, he even punched Aisha for following him. Right? So, things like that. It doesn't make sense to me now, right now. I'm quite disorientated, distressed by my case. 2 days back, talking on Messenger with Mickey Malik. And I can't cook my food, I can't prepare my food. I had to call for fast food, very expensive for me. I couldn't save money. Recently, I just ordered. So it's all finished. And now today, I have to prepare my own food. And I can't. You see? So I can't do much. Can't even take my garbage out. So, anyways, one dustbin is not full, thank God. Just waiting for that. So, just surviving on snacks when they're finished. The chocolate is gone. Yeah. Maybe somewhere here hidden under tissues or something. My tissues. I don't know. I can't even search. So I think, the chocolate is gone. Okay? If I find some remnants, please don't think that I'm lying and put this blame on me. Because Karachi American School had put this blame on me that I'm a liar. So since then, I've had this, since my teens, I've had accusations on me. So somewhere I used to lie and all this. In childhood, there are children who steal and then they grow up not to steal and all this. Even a Christian friend was telling me that she used to steal her father's money and then her father would, punish her in childhood. And she's a very, she works and she's a trustworthy person. So all this, right? You cannot keep that image. I mean, I was punished by my mother for abusing my grandmother and all this, her mother-in-law and her sister-in-law. Anyhow, so let me see if I can put my religious point in proper perspective. When I read about the Bani Quraiyza, whether they broke a pact or they attacked Muhammad, okay, if you attack, you can resist the attack, but taking them captives and binding them, like in the Surah Muhammad now I found out lately, really looking at it, it's not worth it. Let those people, when I read about Bani Quraiyza, I won't be able to say this properly, but himself he's breaking, we are told. How many oaths did he break? Okay, it wasn't obligatory for him to divorce the wife or stay away. But then we are told in another part in Surah Azab, a verse, that you can delay going to a wife as you please, as you please. And then for the Muslimin, we are told that you will not be able to do justice in another surah, in an ayat, we are told, or whether it's in Surah Nur or Surah, wherever it is, I can't remember, but it is there that you cannot delay, marrying 4 wives are allowed, but it is better for you to marry one, because you will not be able to do justice. So for Fatima and Ali, she said, no, I don't want my husband to marry while he's married to me. And then the Shia ulama say that, well, you have to be Fatima. We can't be Fatima. Those some of the Muslims. So this reason. No, then my aunt who was doing research and she knew about Shia Islam, very much practiced, married and all this, she was going through the divorce so she knows that, she told me that in our marriage contract, we can write down like Bibi Fatima, Zahra, that as long as my husband is with me and I'm able, nothing like a defect or something, I don't want him to get married to another woman while he's married to me. You can put this clause in the contract, marriage contract, because of Bibi Fatima Zahra, and she practiced that. So she told Rasulullah and she told Ali also, I think. So that's her marriage contract, about her marriage to Ali. That while he's married to me, not Allah, or maybe Jibreel, no, not Allah, she herself. So, and that we are told that because Prophet Muhammad was Prophet Muhammad, he was a leader, so he could do what he likes and get married to these widows who their husbands, fathers, they killed, or sometimes a husband. But you see, the whole family is destroyed. At this point, I must put for the Bani Quraiyza and the Bani Nadir tribe. I don't know how far the Bani Nadir tribe, their whole clan was wiped out in 900 maximum, minimum 600, some say. So, people, so I was all this taking into consideration. The last part is that I'm going to say it, that it's not worth it, even if there is one God and Rasulullah Muhammad, if he is the true messenger of Allah, he would never do something like this, wipe out 500, even 200, 100, their clan completely, and then say, oh, come, I want to marry the Now they don't have their fathers, they don't have their husbands, they don't have their uncles, their brothers, their sons. I will get married to the leader of the tribe's daughter, like Safia bint Huway. I will help her. What if in marriage you're supposed to be in love, aren't you? You're supposed to have that chemistry, attraction. So even if it, but very, very unlikely. No, don't. It's, I feel that he's not a true prophet. Because a true prophet will never do this kind of a thing. Get married to this, someone like Safia bint Huway or Rehana from the Bani tribe. Right? It's not even worth it if it is the truth. You see, nowadays, people, there are humanitarian people, there are spiritual people. Shakti Gawain's book, it hit me that there are spiritual people, they don't have to have a religion. And they're doing good to the world. What was her introduction in her book? Right? This creative visualization. That if I could help anyone or something, I've forgotten now. Creative visualization by Shakti Gawain. You can see there are people doing, I could see, Candace Semigran writing a book on self-esteem, caring for yourself. They are compassionate, merciful, kind people. They don't have to have a religion behind it. Humanity, compassion, kindness doesn't need a religion. Creative visualization. If I could just read if I could just get the first pages, acknowledge, what do you call those, introduction, acknowledgements. So even in spirituality, it took me a long time to see, these Americans or Westerners, Europeans, or even our people, Muslims, should realize that it took me a long time. And because I was in Karachi American school, most of the American teachers, they would touch us. Mr. Kevin Hughes for gymnastics, he would say, look, I'm going to, for the girls, sorry, we were girls at that time, I'm going to touch you here, side of your stomach, to help you. If you need my help, what I will have to do is touch you and pull you up. So whoever needs my help, know that I'll be touching you on the sides of your stomach. And all this, and we didn't feel anything really. It's like, very, very decent people. Very decent people. Caring and all this. No, I can't. What to read? Let me see if I can find. I'm not connected with good. God, I have to put my password from this tab. So, this is the problem. When you don't have much money, you can buy some things and then you can create a visualization. There's a video you can, YouTube, it's on YouTube. Please, hey, this Mickey Malik saying, hey. Oh my God, now see, it's on my mouth, slip of tongue. Have you seen that movie Spellbound? That's what I feel has happened to me. Like the society's wrongs influencing, and someone with the ill will trying to frame me for the longest time that I can remember. So that has happened to me too. So my case, Spellbound, the movie, you can see Alfred Hitchcock's. It's not only a movie. It's not only for entertainment. these are things which will, for a case it can help. In my case too. This is real life, it happens. That's why Alfred Hitchcock must have. I'm so grateful to Alfred Hitchcock and the movie coming out on this, Spellbound. So, and other things from other writers, great writers. Hasina Moin's dramas, Pakistani, help so much. Give me a voice, to help me in my case. That this can happen. Under Capricorn, the movie, Under Capricorn, and all this, right? Someone trying to harm this lady, heroine in it, the actress. So this movie also you can see Under Capricorn and many others. I usually, what I've done is always sharing posts on my profile, public, Facebook, Zahra Laila Jawad. So, okay, back to this religion. It's not worth it, really. But we've been instilled with this fear that if we don't believe in the right Imam, the rightly guided Imam, no one can guide us rightly, and we will falter into zulm, injustices. Even these spiritual teachers and coaches, foreigners, they may have some speck of zulm in them. We don't know if they're like Jesus Christ was born blessed, right? From the womb. So only Jesus Christ, like the Christians believe, and this Abrahamic religion believes that only these prophets and all can guide you, since they are blessed by birth and all, and they don't have a speck of cruelty or unkindness in them. It's total justice. So you can, about Shia Islam, if you want to know the justice, where is it? Justice of Imam Ali, Justice of Ali. There's a book, my father, I can't remember the title properly, George Jordak, but yes, here it is, book by Raza Sher Kazem. Sorry, I don't have Kazmi. Raza, is this the one? Cover, Justice of Imam Ali. Yeah, Raza Shah Kazmi. Justice and Remembrance. Introducing the Spirituality of Imam Ali. Another website. I wonder if this is a book. There are many books you can read. But to understand what I'm trying to say about Shia Islam and Islam, true Islam, as according to the Shias. Right, thank God I said this properly. That without this we have nothing. We are nothing. Our deeds, even the good ones like being charitable and all this, amount to nothing. Because we will be going into zulm, that's injustices. So that fear in us. So let me see if I can catch Prophet Muhammad from a Quran ayat where he practiced something which is against justice. So I'm trying to scrape through and seep through and find. I did a lot lately, challenge myself that he's not a true prophet. Now, to convince you, I can say, I just cannot say that, show you the Bani Quraiyza. One example I can show you, what if this is true, and it could be most probable that it is true because the ayats are there, that you can completely massacre them. Surah Azab, verse 61, right? These diseased hearts and all this, so we were one thing, this, that you can completely massacre them. Another thing is that these diseased heart hypocrites, we are told what a lot of, they can drive you nuts. They can, like treason, you can read about Cicero, they rot your souls and all this. So back to that puja thing, that hypocrisy I saw in her live stream. Puja Parveen Udayaya or something. Sorry, I still cannot pronounce her last name. Because of my condition also, I can't remember simple words, how to put my sentence and express myself articulately. I'm broken, traumatized right now again. I mean, to a great extent, I've been like this, violation against my privacy. Someone watching me, someone now whispering things in my ear. It was in my head, but now it's come back to what was in Karachi. The voices, like someone on my left side, someone on my right side, someone in front of me, things like that. It's coming up like that. So this, what I, as a examiner, as a neutral examiner, I mean, I have my feelings and all against Prophet. This religion, I feel betrayed and all. I try to keep it as neutral as possible. Like if now, last night I had come on YouTube sharing to you about Bani Quraiyza tribe, the thought that came in my mind. That's not worth it. Even if one God worship is the only true worship, and we need one guide that is true and we must follow it, so our salvation is guaranteed, it's not worth it, killing Bani Quraiyza tribe like this for one God, this truth. And then what we've seen in Muslims, even Shia Muslims, religious scholars, unable to reach out to all the family problems we've had as Shias. This point also into consideration. There are so many religious scholars, but they could not solve our marja. I was told, who was my great-grandfather's marja. He's like the head who decides a case, right? If someone should be punished for murder, if they, well, even Allama Rashid Turabi, who until he was alive till 1973, they took him. My father took his help for me, my mother, and himself, that they should have a child who survives, because my mother's child did not survive the first one, and then she was not conceiving, she was having problems. So we took help from Allama Rashid Turabi, but my mother's case remained unresolved. And all this. But I remember a dream that Prophet Muhammad, she told me, had come. But I doubt that, I've also had dreams of Prophet Muhammad. But it's what you believe in. Although the whole issue was not solved, it was just that he told her that these people who were harassing, who were really bad with her, do you want them to go to Dubai forever? So this was the solution he found in her dream. He told her he had the solution for her, not found, but he had the solution for her, and that you go and give a certain 2 glasses, one of rice raw and one sugar glass to an Imam Barga in Karachi she knew of. And then they went to Dubai for good. But the problem in Karachi remained. I went through a lot, all this sexual abuse and all that, and many other things, and her emotional well-being. It never got resolved. So, no, we couldn't find a proper solution to this, so that she would get well. Also her emotional well-being. The impact it had on her, the in-laws and the way they mistreated her went on. It was unresolved by any psychiatrist or any therapist. In fact, this Dr. Ferozi Ahmed used to make it worse when she used to go there. The pioneer in clinical psychology in Karachi. So this is a public figure, Prophet Muhammad. He's a religious figure, and many people follow him and they feel very offended. Like recently, from someone I was, Zafar Heretic. He's live now. I don't know if it's over or not on YouTube. Today he's taking questions and answers, and ex-Muslims and Muslims can go live on his channel, live stream. I wonder if... So he was saying that this Maulana Sahib was crying. He's live. Zafar, ex-Muslim Zafar Heretic, right, was crying and saying, and they want to stop this, close this YouTube and report it and all this. You see, Prophet Muhammad Zafar Heretic is also an ex-Muslim. We don't mean to, your feelings are hurt because you believe in Prophet Muhammad, you honor him, Surah Fatah. There are many discrepancies, like we are told the Baduans, one group of them didn't want to go with Prophet Muhammad and fight the Makkans. Maybe they went to fight, and we are told in this that the Makkans were after them. What Muhammad did, and from the Sunni hadiths it's coming that he was a caravan robber now in Medina, robbing caravans of Abu Sufyan and all this. All these people. He was taking his revenge, according to the Sunni sources. It's written there. So, can you blame the Bani Quraiyza tribe? I want to do a little bit of justice with this. Can you blame the Bani Quraiyza tribe and the Banu Nadir tribesmen for, even if they had to break the pact, let's say, and this, although I have a disclaimer, like Zafar Heretic says, on this history, Islamic history. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, I'm so overwhelmed that I can't. So, even if they broke a pact with him, would you, as a religious scholar with him, agree to what he was doing against Zayd, practicing a custom, pagan Arab custom in Surat Tahrim, seeking to please these annoying wives, that he could not find a solution to stop them from annoying him, that he had to make an oath to them that he would not do what God had allowed him to do. That is, if you take the Sunni side, take the Shia side commentaries, reason. Is it worth it really? And what am I trying to say? Would you be with him? Would you agree to what he was doing? Yeah, that point has come, thank God. Would you agree? The Sunnis say Abu Talib never became, although he never became a Muslim, never said the Shahada, But he took care of Prophet Muhammad, he protected Prophet Muhammad. Doesn't matter. He didn't say the Shahada. So, this is really crazy stuff, cruel. I mean, this is the pattern of thought were given by this God and Prophet Muhammad's God. Don't you think the Bani Quraiyza did not deserve this? Okay, what I'll do is I'll take a break because my mind, I have to close my eyes to really concentrate on what I'm saying and to get back to my point, to explain it, and then to answer my point and question put forth to you people. So I'm in piecemeal. Last night, I'll just end with this now. Last night when I read about the Bani Quraiyza, I wanted to dance and listen to Michael Bolton songs. And I felt that their way is not bad. And that no one should be forced or influenced or to follow your religion. No one. A true prophet and God would do this? That a true God? No, there must be another way. So I stuck to my guns, like what I had asked many, many years back. Isn't there another way when I thought of Hussein and Yazid's army and this religion? I'll try to put this in detail in another video again. So again and again I'm saying, you see these ex-Muslims are being, I just heard the introduction here on live stream, ex-Muslim Zafar Harity. They're being harassed, they're reported YouTube videos, live streams by the religious Muslim scholars. So I want to help again and again. We're being given this problem. They are being given this problem. My videos, thank God, I don't have much followers, so they don't think I'll be of any great loss to Islam. They don't mess too much with me on that, the religious part, but some Shia had come and said, why do you do this? Why do you say something against Prophet Muhammad? Why not? When you find out Bani Quraiyza tribe, it is, even Shias, I cannot believe Shias, doing this, asking these questions. Should we not believe in this based on reason, logic, proof, 100% proof? So will I say it now? Bani Quraiyza tribe, I felt, was not it wasn't worth it for one Allah to take such an action against them. Even if there were 90 people for the truth, if we are told they broke the pact, then what? Didn't Prophet Muhammad break pacts with Allah? That Allah had to correct him. Didn't he make an unintentional mistake? Allah says, knowing such a prophet, is the truth, and if someone says against him, you have to honor him, you have to obey him. Otherwise, what is there for you? Punishment, because he claims to be. Allah has said in the Quran that you must honor this prophet. If you do not honor this prophet, what is the punishment due on you? So when he is claiming to be, and his Allah, he says, he better come up with the proof that is 100% that he doesn't do anything against even his Allah. Allah. So last night I had a breakdown. Allah. This was how my condition was. Yeah, Allah. And I was tossing and turning. Allah. Allah. Bani Quraiyza. No. Better to have these videos like Michael Bolton. I stopped buying his, saying that, no. This time, CD, DVD, I want to buy Michael Bolton's videos that show all this, like, said I loved you and I lied. It's a new love and all this. Better to do this than, this does not make a person bad, than to have those poor wives in, this was Muhammad's great, another parda. You want to constipate yourself and, being in parda at home. Please, get out of this. So I'll be trying another video. Get out of it. And what I will show you. I will show you these Jews. Even there, you see, we watched these. I didn't want to go and have sex with someone. Really, I didn't. This is like when you love someone. With the song and everything, it's saying, said I loved you. What Michael Bolton, what height of love in his lyrics, that you just don't see a woman. If you are a Muslim and you haven't watched this, then the more the exposure, the more broad-minded you become, and you can choose that I will love someone and get married, not because I'm having this fear. Haram. Look at this. I watched this, Michael Bolton's, Can I Touch You There? Someone here, I said, I'm deeply touched on Facebook. Someone was with me, and they were like, where are you touched? She was a family member. It's like, in American language we say, we don't even have to say that, we're deeply touched, my heart is deeply touched. I just said, the dirty mind of Muslims, even Shia Muslims. Can I touch you there? Can I touch you there? Look at the wordings and all. This is not haram. Now, I really to see these, all this, and get out of that Muhammad Parda, Allah's Parda thing, so that maybe you will then not have an eye on another woman's, even you will respect deeply from your heart, even so deeply your soul, that it will, you will not want to go in bed with Zainab bin Jar, someone else's wife, like your Prophet Muhammad did, and mine. Ex-prophet. He's a false prophet. So thank God I didn't come there live at 3, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning to tell you how I felt about this Bani Quraiyza thing and this Prophet Muhammad. You can have a look at a lady, whatever she dresses. This is a video, this is artistic, and I'm not kidding. I'm not superficial. You may think I'm misguiding you. Neither am I a lesbian. How could I be a lesbian when I loved a man? So it is just, these Sunni Muslims say, these Shia Muslims, Sunni Muslims, Baba, go and make your life pray. We have so many prayers. Don't you think I have prayed if I was a lesbian that I should not be a lesbian? So how can I be a lesbian? You can call me, see, the lack of education, bisexual, but not a lesbian. My goodness. So really lack of injustices in our societies, in our family. And anyways, I leave you with this great video. Hope you watch it and there's no copyright infringement. Michael Bolton, can I touch you there? Baby. Tell me something. Okay, I'm going to listen to these songs that I've mentioned of Michael Bolton, and I will continue with my videos later on. Thank you so much. Leave the parda. See, this shyness in me also, so unhealthy, and I could not see it. You're shit, and you don't see it. Sorry to use this word. Sorry, now my everything is growling, and I haven't had my breakfast. So, going for some hammoods. Okay? Bye-bye. Oh, coming back. We don't say goodbye.